Hey everybody, welcome to the Grand Finals, Set 1 of Permasand Invitational. It is the winner's bracket, Soulwind, and the lower bracket, Malekith. Now, for those of you unfamiliar with how this works, Soulwind has not been beaten, Malekith has, so basically, if Soulwind wins this set, tournament's over, he's the champ. If Malekith wins this set, they're going to have to play another set, and the winner of that set would be the champ. And because Soulwind has been the guy in the winner's bracket, he gets to choose where we're starting for this, and he's chosen, of course, his bread and butter tier, black and white. So we're looking at a rain team from Soulwind with a lot of standard things on it. He's got the rapid spinning Tentacruel, he's got the hazard setting Pharaoh, he's got the Thundy, the Keldeo, the priority Mamoswine, and then we're looking at a sand balance on the other side for Malekith. Not too much overlap here, just the Ferrothorn, so it's cool to see two different archetypes staring down. Black-white, it would be hard to not think that Soulwind has the advantage here, but these guys know each other really well. They are both Spanish. Like I had discussed in previous videos, the Spanish players have had a really good tour here. So how much these guys know each other's tendencies, all that good stuff, I don't know how much that comes into play here, but it definitely could be a factor. Alrighty, so here's game one. This is a best of three. Malekith on the bottom, like I said, lower bracket, is going to lead Rotom, and it's going to be an immediate Will-O-Wisp connecting with Tentacruel. That's going to go for Toxic, and they'll all connect, so everybody's statused. Here comes Pharaoh sneaking in on a Protect. Good switch for Malekith, gets that in for free. And we end up with Pharaoh on Pharaoh, which we've seen throughout the tournament. Usually, they just stay in after knocking each other off and set a bazillion hazards, and that looks to be the case here. Knockoff happens for both of them. There's rocks, there's spikes, and this will probably continue for a couple turns. Spikes and spikes. And we have a switch, so maybe Malekith doesn't have rocks. Here comes Lando, and a lot of spikes for both. 3 layers versus 2 layers and rocks, and they both got knocked off. There's some rocks, so bazillion hazards for both. Here comes T-Tar switching in to Thundy, has to step on all the hazards down to 71%. And he comes in on a substitute for Soulwind. Focus Blast, gonna do a ton, gonna be survived just because of the berry, and Crunch is gonna pop the sub, but if another Focus Blast were to land, T-Tar would be out of here. Pursuit on the switch, however, as Soulwind takes 49% on the way out. Politoed comes in and instantly has to step on the hazards, but he does establish Rain. Pharaoh comes in for Malekith. Scald, fishing for the burn. Does not find it, and 12% obviously not that exciting, but it all adds up when you don't have lefties. Remember, it got knocked off earlier. Protect and Power Whip, Politoed getting healthy again. Pharaoh on Pharaoh once again, both of them weak because the hazards. Soulwinds comes in on that Power Whip. Iron Barbs actually do more than the Power Whip itself had done. And now we have the Lando sneaking in again. Doesn't care that much about the Power Whip, and he's going to have an opportunity to make a play. Thundy sneaks in. U-turn will be good enough despite resistance because of how low it was after hazards. And the first lead goes to Malekith. He opts to go back to the lead Rotom. Now Ferrothorn reappears. That's low for Soulwind as well. Volt Switch, not going to be good enough. Leaves him at 10%. Excadrill. And a Power Whip, which actually does a lot. I'm surprised in this instance that Malekith didn't just go to Lando there. Nevertheless, he values the rapid spin, so he's willing to trade the life of the Excadrill. That I don't know that I love that personally, in exchange for the rapid spin. I think I like the Lando better, but like I said, he saw that as a surefire opportunity to get rid of hazards. Maybe that was the better play to guarantee that you get rid of them and kill the Pharaoh so it can't reset them. So Malekith takes a calculated risk. We'll see if it pays off. He does have the clear 5-4 advantage at this time, though the Mamoswine does sneak in for free on the Volt Switch turn, which it's of course immune to, and now here it comes. Gets the sub down. That's going to be pretty poor. It's dangerous to the T-Tar, and Malekith has second thoughts, gets out of the way. And there's a bad crit against Malekith. That's definitely going to be an issue. Going to insta-kill the Mew with the sand without it getting to do anything at all. Hydro Pump pops the sub, and another sub comes down, but that crit really sucked for Malekith. Hydro Pump again is going to connect at least, but it's again going to be sub. Soulwind repeatedly fishing for either a miss or just trying to Toxic Stall the Rotom down. He goes Ice Shard, and he does get the Hydro Pump this time, But I believe the Ice Shard now, yeah, I mean, between the Toxic, that's going to be good enough. So down it goes, and it's going to again... Oh, there's another KO. Man, this game was looking alright for Malekith, but Soulwind has retaken it pretty convincingly. Mamoswine, a huge issue here, evidently. It gets 2 kills and leaves the Pharaoh really low. Now a 2 to 3 situation, and one of them is real low for Malekith. I don't think the T-Tar's doing great either. Keldeo with the knockout. T-Tar's only at 31%. I believe we are done here. Oh yeah, Secret Sword, super effective, easy peasy kill on the T-Tar. This game started out alright for Malekith. Looked like he had a little bit of a lead early on, but Soulwind, just the best black-white player possibly ever. This guy just doesn't lose, and he of course pulls it back and takes the W in his bread and butter best tier. So that's going to force Malekith, in order to continue on in this tournament, not be the silver medalist, which, I mean, is that really the worst thing? But in order to be the champ, he's going to have to beat Soulwind in this set, which is another Gen 3 and a Gen 4 game, his choice which order, and then another set after that. So he definitely has his back against the wall and his work cut out for him. As the loser of this game, he gets to choose where we're going next, and he has decided we are going over to DPP. Let's do it. DPP. Malekith has been on fire with this format throughout the tour. I mean, Soulwind, obviously the classic champ, is no slouch here. Very strong DPP player himself, but Malekith thinks he needs a win, and he thinks this is his best opportunity to do it, so let's do some DPP. He'll be on the bottom again, and he's going to lead Heatran, and Soulwind on the top will also lead Heatran, and that's going to prompt a switch. We end up with Clefable here, and that's going to be met by T-Tar after Earth Power gets shown. Rocks get set immediately by Malekith. He gets out of the way from this matchup. Here comes Rachi, and there's Rocks for Soulwind as well, so pretty unexciting and even start. Here's the first opportunity for some nonsense, and he gets it. Body Slam does find Para on Heatran, which is great for Malekith. However, he's going to over-predict, go for Protect here, and that's going to let Breloom for Soulwind sneak in for free. Now Heatran comes back. Iron Head, critical hit, not a huge deal, but it's all adding up on this non-lefties Tran. It's going to go for Overheat here, which Rachi, of course, is going to protect against. And he's going to take his chances on the Paraflinch with the Iron Head, but he does not find it. The Earth Power gets off despite the Paraflinch possibility. Now Protect for lefties, because why not? Will he push his luck and continue here? He goes for it again. And this time he does get the flinch. Protect again. Malekith starting to get healthy. Overheat there, if it would have connected, obviously kills the Rachi. And Malekith doesn't feel like chancing it anymore, but that is terrible luck. He goes to Clefable, that would have been fine there. Terrible critical hit against Malekith is going to result in the death of the Clefable, and any momentum that Malekith had built up is gone. We are now at best even. Maybe Soulwind's probably ahead because of this situation here. The Lati gets itself trapped and revenge killed. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. He loses the Crunch Pursuit 50-50, and Malekith's now behind. So yeah, it's kind of looking like the same story as the previous game. Malekith has a great early game, builds a nice little lead. Soulwind gets a timely crit. Last game it was against the Mew. This game it's against the Clef. And all of a sudden, Soulwind, taking advantage of the luck, knows how to play, obviously, when he catches a break. Kind of snowballs his momentum and never really gets his foot off the gas. Soulwind, once again, has found himself in the lead. Malekith on defense, certainly not dead. This is DPP, and there's a lot of pokes yet to see action. We have 3 unrevealeds for both players combined, 1 for Soulwind, 2 for Malekith. Make that 1 each as the Rotom comes in. Iron Head. So he's brought this Rotom both games. Good old Rotom wash here. Thunderbolt, 36%. Obviously no chance of a para there since we're looking at an already poisoned Loom. Going to go for the sub, and it's going to block Spore. Good turn there for Malekith. Gets the free substitute off. Soulwind not able to predict that. Thunderbolt and Seed Bomb will pop the sub, but that's going to leave Breloom in a position where he will not survive another Thunderbolt that did 35% last time. He's only at 29, and it is just Thunderbolt. He doesn't sub again. Lati does take it pretty well, 19%. But he's not going to survive the surf. Maybe had he subbed again if he had Pain Split, could have gone for that. That is not an option. Last poke, Mamoswine coming in. And that's going to get a quick kill with the Ice Shard. Soulwind opting to fodder Breloom, leaving us in a 4-3 situation. Here's Rachi. Heatran going to be the answer for Malekith. Iron Head. We saw this matchup earlier in reverse. Here's T-Tar. And Mamoswine is the answer. Interesting, but it still should be good enough with the Ice Shard, and it is. Leaves us in a 3-3 situation now. Here's the Rachi coming in, which is going to be met by the other Rachi. This is a fodder play, it looks like, for Malekith. Unless he thinks he can outspeed and get a para or a flinch or whatever, but he's not faster. Fire Punch takes it out, leaves us in a 3-2 situation. And now Heatran comes in yet again. We've got a close late game here. Malekith executes a nice double switch, trying to get the Mamoswine to go to work. Soulwind not having it. There's the Ice Shard, which would have done big damage, probably killed the the Rotom there, but the Rachi comes in. It's real close. Maybe Mamoswine can clean it up here. There's a chance. There's the Rotom again. Rachi. A lot of double switching going on for Malekith to try to set up matchups that he's happy with. And he's going to get yet another kill. It's going to leave us in a 2-2. Here's Lati. There's the Surf, so it's only Mamoswine remaining for Malekith, and he's at 10%, so he's going to have to kill everything. Ice Shard will be enough, but it's going to kill him with his own Life Orb. Not going to have an opportunity to get an Earthquake off on the Jirachi, and that is going to be the end of the game, the match, and the tournament. Soulwind has had a ridiculously dominant year this year. He is the classic champion. He's gone deep in playoffs of serious tours, and now he is the Permasand Invitational champion as well. The most dominant player as a whole on Smogon in 2020. Absolutely Soulwind, and he yet again asserts his dominance and wins this tournament. And he's going to win the bulk of the prize money, 50% of the overall pool. Don't know the exact number, but it's well over $300. Great tour for Soulwind. Got to give Malekith some props too, man. He was not originally invited to the tour. He was a last-minute fill-in after some drama, and obviously he should have been here in the first place, making that loud and clear. Going to go all the way to the grand finals and earn himself 30% of the overall pot, which is a nice little payday for him as well. So that's it. I may make one more video about Permasand just to wrap it up and thank everybody who was involved, but I'm not going to do that in this video. I appreciate you guys watching. I thought it was a good tour. Maybe we'll do this again next year. We'll see. But either way, a lot of games, a lot of entertainment. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I will see you guys in the next video, whether it's Permasand or something else. I'll be there.